Melanie was talking about writer's notebooks and the use of notebooking in ELA, and we're just going to spend a little time talking about notebooking in science this week.
What types of writing do you do in science?
Well, there's opportunities for all different types of writing. So you can have descriptive writing where kids are going through and telling you about their observational details. You can do procedural writing, narrative, explanatory, argumentative, making a claim.
Right.
So it really does enhance literacy. It's a great tool to use across all contents, like you mentioned. So I really like to think of the notebook as a thinking tool. And I just want to run you through one quick mini lesson that you could try on in your classroom to see how it works to get kids notebooking in science.
Very good.
So are you cool with being my student class of one?
Of course, brilliance here.
Okay, so again, we mentioned at the beginning as far as organizational structure is to really make sure that you start with the table of contents. So I'm going to model myself and my student. If you could turn to your table of contents, put the date. We're going to title this activity Observational Notes. And you just want to model as much as you can with the students. The page number, flip to the page number, have them write the page. And this gets real quick. It becomes part of the process of the day. Write the title across the top. Check for page number. Put the date. And then what I'm going to ask Melanie to do in the class to do, and you could do this in a lot of variety of ways, but I'm just going to, since I don't have a projector and I don't have her having her own computer, I've got this picture up, and I'm just going to show it and say, in 30 seconds, write down every detail that you see in that picture as accurately as you can.
Okay.
Try to refrain from inferences or identifying what it is, but just the details.
Just observations.
Observational details. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Okay, so would you share out a couple of things that you wrote down that you observed in this picture?
Well, I definitely noticed there's a magnification of the wings because of the close-up of the photo. Really vibrant colors, looks like some kind of flowering plant, red and yellow. The antennas on the butterfly, beautiful wings, emerald green leaf.
Lots of really great detail with your observations. And this gives you as a teacher an opportunity to just take a quick assessment of, are there misconceptions, what do they already know, and then kind of move on real quick. So I would probably put on a short video at this time to dig a little bit deeper about this particular animal, organism, or whatever the topic is I'm leading to. And while that was on, I would ask the students, again with the observational notes while the video is on. And keep them short, 2 to 3 minutes, just getting them in, getting them hooked. And then at that point I would say, what are some questions or some wonderings that you're having about this insect, the environment, this animal, and its interaction? And so I'm going to ask you to just take a moment to write down some questions that you might have based on the fact that you've looked at this and a video.
Okay.
Okay? So Melanie, I'm going to have her share again. If she had a partner, you might change it up, but for our class of one, what is a question or two that came to mind for you?
I'm wondering what type of butterfly is in the picture. And then I started to think about how long do butterflies live, because I have no idea of their lifespan. And I also wondered who are their predators.
Interesting. Okay, so we're kind of just pushing through. These are very introductory, sort of mini lesson type example. At this point, there's a couple directions you could go. This might be a time for some text to pass out. Perhaps the kids are going to dive in and do some research and investigation on their own. But you just want to really model for the kids that idea of observational notes, wonderings, questions, inquiry. If they do get a piece of text, a recommendation I have is to make sure that they tape it into the section so that you keep all of your information in this notebook. So organizationally, you're writing every day. You're recording it with titles and a table of contents, and everything that they do stays in this notebook.
I love that, because you know how often kids lose their materials and don't have everything.
And it gives the kids a little bit of ownership as well, like not only with the decoration, but all their stuff is contained in here. And the big thing that you might differ between ELA and science notebooking is to really remind kids that this is your thinking tool. But graphs, visuals, drawings, all of these things are recorded in your science notebook. All of that's considered writing in your science notebook.
Text.
So I hope that you try this mini lesson on with your students. Perhaps you've done something similar that you can share back to us in the comments on our blog. And
until next time.